And now let's return to our reading of Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie, brought to you in part by Cracker Jacks, America's famous popcorn and confection. Cracker Jacks, the more you eat, the more you want.
The pirates disappeared among the trees, and in a moment their captain and Shmi were alone. Hook heaved a heavy sigh, and I don't know why. Perhaps it was because of the soft beauty of the evening, but there came over him a desire to confide in his faithful first mate the story of his life. He spoke long and earnestly, but whatever it was all about, Shmi, who was rather dumb, did not know in the least, and Hook droned on. He caught the word pizza.
Most of all, I want the Captain Peter Pan. 'Twas he who cut me arm off, and I waited a long time to shake his hand with this. Oh, I'll tear him. Peter flung me on to a crocodile that happened to be passing by. I have noticed your strange dread of crocodiles, Captain. Not of crocodiles, but of that one crocodile. It got me on so much, Smee, that it's followed me ever since. From sea to sea, from land to land, licking its lips for the rest of me. Well, in a way, Captain, it's sort of a compliment. I want no such compliments. I want Peter Pan, who gave the brute its taste for me.
He sat down on a large mushroom, and now there was a quiver in his voice.
Smee, that crocodile would have had me before this, but by chance it swallowed a clock which goes inside of it. And so before it can reach me, I hear the tick and bolt. Well, someday the clock will run down and he'll get you.
Now playing at the Folly Theater downtown from the Broadway hit, please welcome the cast of Peter Pan, directed by Mrs. Darling, singing Never Smile at a Crocodile.
Now moving right along, it's time for our segment we like to call Tom's Fad Foods, where we review the best, newest trends in food. What you eating there, Tom?
Oreos.
What was that again, Tom?
Oreos. They're fantastic.
What exactly is an Oreo?
It's a cookie. No, make that 2 cookies, united together in wedded bliss by creamy filling. Each one is a confectionery dream that's waiting to be unlocked with just a twist of a wrist.
I'm not sure whether to be intrigued or disgusted.
Oh. You gotta try one of these.
No thanks.
Well, more for me!
And that concludes our segment on Tom's Fad Foods.
We're done with food. Let's hear a word from our sponsors at Coca-Cola. Take it away, girls!
Remember, our sister station in Eugene, Oregon, KORE, invites you to join Herbert W. Armstrong's program, The World Tomorrow, from 7:15 a.m. to 8 a.m. every Sunday morning.
And now, for 3 whole minutes of uninterrupted music, it's Terry Dorothy singing Summertime.
Terry Dorothy with her 1935 hit Summertime. Clearly an appropriate song for this time of year. And now it's time for our segment we like to call Tom's Fabulous Fad Foods, where we review the best newest trends in food. What's the latest, Tom?
Bubble gum.
Well, Wrigley's been making the best spearmint chewing gum for years, Tom. What's so great about this gum?
This one makes bubbles. It's totally different.
Hence the title. I'm now beginning to see that. Can you give us a demonstration?
I'm still working that part out.
Well, are there any instructions on how to use it?
Yeah, actually, in this package here, step 1, unwrap the gum, which I've done. Step 2, put it in your mouth. That's what I did. And I started to chew. Step 3.
Well, it sounds like you've done everything up to this point.
Step 4, use your tongue to push the gum out and blow a bubble.
Impressive.
Yeah, it's great. You want to try some?
I think I'm good, Tom.
Okay. More for me!
And that concludes our segment, Tom's Fabulous Fad Foods. Now let's check on the latest sports news with George Cook and Anthony Schmidt.
Well, Costello, I'm going to New York with you. Bucky Harris, the manager of the Yankees, has given me a job as coach for as long as you're on the team.
Well, look, Abbott. If you're the coach, you must know all the players' names.
Well, I certainly do.
Well, you know, I've never met the guys, so you'll have to tell me their names. That way I'll know who's playing on the team.
Oh, certainly. But you know these ball players these days, they have some really peculiar names.
Funny names?
Strange names, you know, pet names, like Dizzy Dean.
How about his brother Daffy?
Oh, Daffy Dean, yes.
The French cousin?
French?
Yeah, Gouffet.
Oh, Gouffet, yes. Well, let's see. We have here on the bags who's on first, Watt's playing second, I don't know who's on third.
Well, that's what I want to find out.
I say who's on first, Watt's on second, I don't know who's on third.
Are you the manager?
Well, yes,
And you're going to be the coach, too.
certainly.
And you don't know the fellas' names?
Well, I should.
Well, then who's on first?
Yes.
I mean the fella's name.
Who?
The guy on first.
Who?
The first baseman.
Who?
The guy playing...
Who is playing first?
I'm asking you who's on first.
That's the man's name.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
Who?
That's who?
Yes,
Look, you got a first baseman.
certainly.
All right, now who's playing first?
Yes.
When you pay off the first baseman every month, who gets the money?
Every dollar of it.
All I'm trying to find out is the fella's name on first base.
Who?
The guy that gets all the money.
That's it.
Who gets the money?
He does. Every dollar of it. Although sometimes his wife comes down and collects it.
Who's what?
Yes. Well, what's wrong with that?
I want to know is, when you sign up the first baseman, how does he sign his name?
Who?
The guy.
Who?
How does he sign his name?
That's how he signs it.
Who?
Yes.
All I'm trying to find out is what's the guy's name on first base.
No, what is on second?
I'm not asking you what's on second. Who's on second?
No, who's on first?
One base at a time.
Hey, don't go changing the players around.
I'm not changing nobody.
Take it easy now. Take it easy, buddy.
All right, now all I'm asking you is who's the guy on first base?
That's it.
Okay.
All right.
What's the guy's name on first base?
No, what's on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know.
No, he's on third. We're not talking about him.
Now, how did I get to third base?
Let's get mention the player's name.
Well, if I mention the guy on third base, who's playing third?
Why do you insist on putting who on third? Who's on first?
What's on base?
No, what's on second?
I don't know.
He's on third.
There I go again, back to third base. Would you just stay on third base and don't get off it?
All right. Well, what do you want to know?
Now, who's playing third base?
Now, why do you insist on putting who on third base?
What am I putting on third?
No, what's on second?
You want who on second?
No, who's on first?
I don't know.
Third base.
Look, you got an outfield?
Sure.
All right, the left fielder's name.
Why?
I just thought I'd ask you.
Well, I just thought I'd tell you.
Well, then tell me who's playing left field.
Who is on first?
Stay out of the infield. I want to know what's the guy's name on first base.
No, what's on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know.
Third base.
All right, the left fielder's name.
Why?
Because,
Oh, well, that's our center fielder.
look, you got a pitcher on this team.
Certainly, the best.
Pitcher's name.
Tomorrow.
You don't want to tell me today?
I'm telling you now.
Well, then go ahead.
Tomorrow.
What time?
What time what?
What time tomorrow are you going to tell me who's pitching?
Now listen, buddy. Who is not pitching?
I'll break your arm if you say who's on first. I want to know what's the guy's name on first base.
No,
What's the
what's
pitcher's
on
name?
second?
I don't know. Third base.
Third base.
You got a catcher?
Certainly.
The catcher's name.
Today.
Today. And tomorrow's pitching?
Now you got it.
All we got is a couple days on the team.
Well, I can't help you there.
You know, I'm a catcher too.
So they tell me.
Look, I'll get behind Blake to do some fancy catching. Tomorrow's pitching on my team and a heavy hitter gets up.
Okay.
Now, heavy hitter bunts the ball. Now, when he bunts the ball, me being the good catcher that I am, I'm going to get him out at first base. So, I pick up the ball and I throw it to who?
Well, now that's the first thing you've said right.
Well, I don't even know what I'm talking about!
That's all you have to do.
Is throw the ball to first base?
Yes,
Now, who's got it?
naturally.
Look, if I throw the ball to first base, somebody's got to get it. Who has it?
Naturally.
Who?
Naturally.
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 Okay, so I pick up the ball and I throw it to naturally.
No, you don't. You throw the ball to who?
Naturally!
That's different.
That's what I said.
You're not saying it
I
right.
throw the ball to naturally.
No, you throw the ball to who?
Naturally!
That's it.
All right. Now, that's what I said.
You ask me.
Okay, I throw the ball to who?
Naturally.
Now you ask me.
You throw the ball to who?
Naturally.
That's it.
Same as you. Same as you. I throw the ball to who? Whoever it is drops the ball and the runner runs to second. Who picks up the ball, throws it to what? What throws it to? I don't know. I don't know, throws it back to tomorrow. Triple play.
Could be.
All right. Another guy hits it, throws in one fly ball to Becomes. Why? I don't know. He's on third base, and I don't care.
Hold it. What did you just say?
I said I don't care.
Oh, well, that's our shortstop.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. From the Meridian Room in Park Plaza in New York City, we bring you the Latin stylings of Tomas de Simone. He leads us off with La Chinchilla. We interrupt this broadcast to bring news that strange explosions of incandescent gas are occurring at regular intervals on the planet Mars. The spectroscope indicates the gas to be hydrogen and moving towards the Earth with enormous velocity. However, we're being told there's nothing to be alarmed about. With that, we now return you to Tomas de Simone. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now receiving reports that unidentified flying objects in the form of strange flashes were reported in the sky near Grover's Mill, New Jersey.
Wait, the person reporting them was in the sky? Was he in a blimp?
No, they were being reported as seen in the sky.
Yeah, but Orson, you totally used a dangling participle there.
Never mind that. We had one eyewitness on the ground at Grover's Mill, Carl Phillips. Carl? This is Carl Phillips at Grover's Mill. The scene is quite surreal here. What appears to be an extraterrestrial object, that is certainly not from this earth, has crashed into farmland and yet remains completely intact. It has a smooth surface and, oh no, something's moving inside.
Hey, that's totally still your voice, Mr. Wells. It's not even really a good impression.
That's it, I'm done with this. Nobody's gonna buy this whole alien invasion thing anyway.
All right, let's go ahead and pause for a station identification. You're listening to KLCG. Mr. Wells, hold on.
Please enjoy this next tune by Mr. Shannon Crystal. All I do is dream of you. All I do the whole day through is dream of you. With the dawn, I still go on dreaming of you. Your every thought, your everything, every song I ever sang. Summer, winter, and spring, and 24 and 24 hours a day. Oh, that you spent in sweetness, just dreaming away. The skies are gray, skies are blue, morning dew, and night. All I do the whole day through is dream of you. just dreaming away. When skies are gray, skies are blue in the morning. All I do to hold me through this dream of you.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
Sorry to keep you waiting, folks. Now, Mr. Bodie, let's get underway. Okay. So,
who forced you to learn the banjo?
That was given the banjo player the dead mic, you know. No, it was a special request by somebody very dear to me,
Okay.
my wife.
okay.
Believe that?
We try. We believe anything in radio. Can you give us a brief history of banjo picking?
Well, actually, the banjo itself was brought over by African slaves. It was skin stretched over a gourd, and it had strings on it, and it was used for like a percussion type of a sound. And then it got married up with some Appalachian music that was brought over by the Scottish and the Irish, and they brought that into their music, and it was played up in the hills and the mountains there with the fiddle music and what have you. And then on the river boats, it was transferred to, not really bluegrass at that time, but kind of a folkish kind of a sound. Then around in the late 30s and 40s, there was a fellow from Kentucky, the bluegrass state, that had a band called the Bluegrass Boys, and Bill Monroe went around the country trying to make a living playing with these guys. And actually, when he first started, before he had a banjo, he actually used an accordion, you can believe it or not. But then that was replaced by the banjo when Earl Scruggs came along, joined his group, and it was the Bluegrass Boys, and it coined the phrase bluegrass music, and the rest is history.
Thank you, Mr. Bodie. Would you mind playing us something?
I know the radio audience can't see us out there, but I'll do one that they could sing along with in their homes there, because they've heard this. This was popularized on the TV show by Earl Scruggs, a man named Lester Flatt, when they came along in the 60s, and they did this song, and maybe people can sing along if they know the words.
That is simply incredible. It's amazing you still have all your teeth after all this.
I don't play around my wife very often.
That's good. Are there other venues that popularize this style of music?
Well, yeah, there's actually it's been used to popularize it not only in television but in movies, but not always in the best of movies. There were some movies that, oh, they were not very good movies, but had great background music in them. I hear something. Something black. But that's all I hear.
Did you hear something?
I don't know, haunting, whatever it was. There it is again. Where's it coming from?
Phantom of the
Somebody
Radio
over there-
Opera?
There's somebody over there with a guitar. Come on out here.
Come on out.
There's somebody over there with a guitar. Imagine that. Only in radio.
Welcome to the program.
Why don't we stumble through that? I'll pretend like I'm the slow one. I heard that, by gun. Wow. Of course, I still get to forget mine. It's going to be the hard part. Dedicate this to your dad.
Kc Lcg in Kansas City, bringing you the swinging sounds of the the 50s.
That interview was brought to you by the New York Times bestseller, The Common Book of Baby and Child Care by Dr. Benjamin Spock, who's popularizing the theory that physically punishing your children will harm their self-confidence and turn them into bullies.
I've met him, and all his kids are brats.
And speaking of ruining our children, who out there in Radioland loves rock and roll? All right. Up next, we have that hit song that's all the rage with you guys and gals out there. It's Rachel and Kc and Lisa Oberlander singing Rockin' Robin.
He rocks in the treetops all day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing his song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet, tweet. Go rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Tweet, tweet. Every little swallow, every chickadee, every little bird in the tall blue tree. So I go down on the big black road, flapping their wings, singing go bird, go, rockin' Robin, tweet, 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 rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet, tweet. Go rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Tweet, 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 tweet. A pretty little raven at the bird dance, hopping out of the house, it was a dance. It started going steady and bless my soul, he out-bopped the buzzard and the oriole. He rocked in the treetops all day long, hopping and a-bopping and singing his song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to see the robin go a tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet, tweet. Go rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Tweet, tweet. Pretty little raven at the bird bath stand taught him how to do the bob and hit his friend. They started going steady and bless my soul, he out-bopped the buzzard and the oriole. He rocks in the treetops all day long, hopping and a-bopping and a-singing his song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet, tweet. Go rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Tweet, 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 tweet. Somebody loves you, it's no good unless he loves you all the way. Happy to be near you when you need someone to cheer you all the way.
Taller than the tallest tree is, that's how it's got to be. Deeper than the deep blue sea is, that's how deep it goes if it's real.
Somebody needs you, it's no good unless he needs you all the way.
Through the good old years and through all those between years, come one may. Who knows where the road will lead us? Only a fool would say. Oh, if you let me love you,
It's for sure I'm gonna love you all
tree. When somebody needs you, it's no good as she. Through the building years and through all those in between years, one man who knows when the road will lead us, only a fool would say. But if you let me like you,
You just heard All the Way by John and Taylor White.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Do you have dry skin, eczema, psoriasis, acne, athlete's foot, burns, bruises, or boils?
Mommy, my skin itches.
Do you suffer from frostbite, heat rash, diaper rash, ringworm, bed bugs, broken bones, cranial contusions, or hives?
Is there any cure for my wife's hangnail?
If so, try COG brand anointing oil. COG brand anointing oil cures all these diseases and more. Red measles, pink eye, scarlet fever, the black plague, or the black lung.
The most colorful diseases.
Cholera, canker sores, congestion, croup, cramps, consumption, colic.
What can I possibly use for these warts in my hands?
Rheumatism, rickets, rubella, writer's cramps, sprue, spasms, Spanish influenza, smallpox, Montezuma's revenge, leprosy, scurvy, and the gout. COG brand anointing oil. It cures your every ailment. This product is ineffective if you have a lack of faith. Never pray, never read your Bible, worship false gods, bow down before Buddha, sacrifice chickens or monkeys to Vishnu, or think evolution's a pretty good idea. Ministerial applicator not included. Read James 5 for more details.
And now, time for more music this hour. Please enjoy the Overlanders singing A Beautiful Morning.
it's a beautiful morning. Oh, I think I'll go outside for a while and just smile. Just taking some clean, fresh air, boy.
Ain't no sense in staying inside.
If the weather's fine and you got the time, just to wake up this morning and better day.
Either way,
It's a beautiful morning. Oh, each bird keeps singing his own song. So long.
ain't no sense just hanging around.
I got this covered ground, you couldn't keep me down. And a brand new day.
Either way. There will be children with robins and flowers, sunshine caresses each new waking hour.
This is KLCG in Kansas City, bringing you to the smoothest sounds of the 60s, baby.
Next, we bring you a song by one of the best blind artists I've ever seen.
And after hearing him sing, we wonder if he's deaf too.
Speaking of wonder, here's Once in My Life, sung by Jay.
I have someone who needs me, someone I've needed so long. For once unafraid, I can go where life leads me. Somehow I know I'll be strong. For once I can touch what my heart used to dream of long before I knew. Oh, someone warm like you would make my dreams come true, yeah, yeah, yeah. For once in my life, I won't let sorrow hurt me, not like it's hurt me before. Oh, for once I have something I know won't desert me, I'm not alone anymore. Oh, for once I can say, this is mine, you can't take it. As long as I know I have love, I can make it. For once in my life, I have someone who needs me. Hey, 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 yeah. In my life, I won't let sorrow hurt me, not like it's hurt me before. Oh, for once I have something I know won't desert me, I'm not alone anymore. Oh, for once I can say, this is mine, you can't take it. As long as I know I have love, I can make it. For once in my life, I have someone who needs me.
That was Once in My Life by Jake Wilson. Up a notch to number 4. This is American Top 40.
American Top 40!
I'm Casey Kasem. And now it's time for our long distance dedication. This week's dedication comes from the Bronx, New York. William writes, Dear Casey, my wife and I have led a wonderful life together. But up until now, I haven't been able to express just how deeply I feel for her. She's got a way about her. I don't know what it is. But I know I can't live without her. Is there a song that matches my feelings? Sincerely, Billy. Indeed there is, Billy. Up next at number 3. This one's for you, Missy. It's She's Got a Way by Shannon Crystal.
I don't know what it is. I know that I can't live without her. She's got a got a sound, she touches me, and I get turned around. She's got a way of showing, whoa, how I make her feel. I find the strength to keep on going. She's got a light around her. Everywhere she goes, a million dreams of love surround her everywhere. She comes to me when I'm feeling down, inspires me, and a sound, she touches me, and I get turned around. She's got a smile that heals me. I don't know what it is. I have to laugh when she reveals me. She's got a way about her. I don't know what it is, but I know that I can't live without her anyway.
And now a word from our sponsor.
The world a home and furnish it with love. Beautiful trees and honey bees and snow white circles doves. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. Grow apple trees and honey bees, turn back, turn off doves. To buy the world a coat and keep it company. I'd like to buy the world a coat, keep it company. It's a real thing, what the world wants today. Coca-Cola, it's a real thing. Coca-Cola.
And now it's time for our segment we like to call Tom's Fabulous Flavorful Fad Foods, where we review the best, newest trends in food. What's the latest, Tom?
You know what I could go for right now?
What's that, Tom?
A waffle.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, you do now. Because you can make waffles in the comfort of your own toaster. With Eggo waffle.
That's the first thing you've had in 50 years, and it sounds halfway edible. Can I try it?
It was so tasty. Delicious. Buttery waffles. Anytime I want.
Seriously, Tom, can I have a bite?
It's like these little pockets were just made for syrup to catch right in there. So good.
Here, let me just...
Hey! Eggo my Eggo, alright? More for me.
As always, moving right along.
The following is a paid advertisement.
Hi, I'm Chuck Norris, and I'm here to get you off of your couch and into the best shape of your life with my new workout video, All-Star Power. Aerobic exercise is great for your health. It strengthens your heart and lungs, and it's also the best way to burn off fat. And guys, if you have extra fat, your muscles aren't going to show, your beard's not going to grow. Just get up and join me in the All-Stars. Mr. T and quarterback Jim McMahon will get us started.
Where's Jim?
Well, I guess Jim got sacked.
I pity that fool. Pity the fool that don't warm up for exercise. So everybody, let's get talking. Get talking. Get talking. Speed it up.
kick is enough. Next, that's how Indiana Jones and Tom Cruise will get us going on some aerobic conditioning.
That's fine! You carry it, Jay! All right, I feel the need for speed. Let's double time this job.
Oh, clear, kid. Let's blow this thing and go home.
What? You're done already? What are you doing over there, Junior? What are you doing over there, Junior?
I'm making this up. Don't call me Junior.
That's right. You don't have time to think out there. You think you're dead.
There'll be 2 more dead bodies in here, and if you don't hurry up. You too fun of idea, Matt?
Not really. This is more like it. Time to buzz the tower.
I have been in some really bad idea.
Yeah, it is.
Everyone gets to lose some brand over every now and then. Catchy there, Matt.
Yeah.
How about doing some stretches while you're down there?
Oh, good idea. Rules of engagement are meant for your safety. Knows your team. Remember, they're not flexible, and apparently neither am I.
Great, back to you, Chuck. Remember, some of you may need more time to warm up, like everyone's favorite whipping boy, Tom over there. Back to business. Your heart rate's up to 88 miles per hour, and it's about time for some powerlifting with Doc Brown and his assistant, Marty McFly. Marty, what's in that outfit?
You did.
Oh,
What's the starting point?
Marty, if my calculations are correct, we have to get to 1.21 gigasquats.
What's a jiggle squat anyway?
Marty, don't ask too many questions. You could disrupt space-time continuum.
Whoa, that's heavy. What's mass destiny anyway?
Marty, please! No one should know too much about the bone mass density. Why? It can disrupt the entire space-time continuum, set off a chain reaction, unravel the very fabric of the space-time continuum, destroying the universe as we know it. Granted, that is the worst-case scenario. It might in fact be very localized, destroying only our own galaxy. So relief? Great squat, Marty!
Thanks, Doc. I feel like I could do like 20 of them.
Marty, you're not thinking fourth-dimensionally.
I know I have a problem with that.
Marty, are you okay? You're looking a little yellow.
No one calls me yellow.
That routine put me back in time about 30 years when I invented martial arts. And now to lead us in one of my favorite forms of martial arts, some karate-based calisthenics, is Daniel LaRusso from Miyagi-Do Karate.
Miyagi-Do.
Miyagi-Do Karate.
As our master, Mr. Miyagi, told me, balance is important. Balance is the key. You have good balance, you have good karate. Bad balance, everything else good, everything else bad. You back up, go home. Understand? All right. Just start. Watch the car. Wax off. Wax off. Right hand. Left hand. Wax off. Wax off. Remember, breathe. In front. Out around. Wax off. Wax off. Then, we face the fence. Straight arm. Snap the wrist. Up. Down. Up. Down. Then, stand the fence. How's this?
And last, train them. If done properly, it's indefensible. On that! On that! Thanks, Daniel. And that's true about the crane technique. Almost. There's no defense against my roundhouse kick. I once destroyed a planet with just a warm-up kick. But now to cool us down, we have Darth Vader going to lead us in some stretches.
The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant to the power of the Force. I am the Master. Gentlemen, join with me and together we will rule the universe for him. We live, dream out, Jesus bless him. The rest of you, that you do not able to free, I find most disturbing.
Stick with this program of stretching, weights, calisthenics, and aerobics. Just do it for 4 minutes, 3 times a day, 6 days a week, 23 days a month, and 4 years a lifetime. I promise that you'll look better, feel better, and perform better. And remember, if you have excess fat, your muscles aren't going to show, and your beard's not going to grow. This can all be yours for a low price of $79.99. Get to it.
Ah, that's the $80.
Yeah, it's too bad you can't see their costumes over the airwaves. Well, you know, Tom, PBS has always brought us fine entertainment.
Well, between the 30-minute segments of them begging for our money and us giving them 75-cent canvas bag for our $500 donation.
Yeah, but PBS is great. One of my favorite programs on PBS is The Red Green Show. Nothing says quality entertainment like a redneck from Canada.
And now, they're not here to beg for your money. They sure will gladly take it. Please welcome the cast of The Red Green Show doing the sketch, The Possum Lodge Word Game.
This is what.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Possum Lodge Word Game! Yay!
Today's winner will receive a free ice cream cone with the purchase of a scoop of ice cream from the House of Vanilla, which offers 17 different kinds of vanilla ice cream. Mr. Cooper, could you please close your ears? Dad, you have 30 seconds to get Mr. Cooper to say this word. Power. Power.
Okay, Keith. What word comes to mind when you think of tools?
Oops.
When you get in your car, what's the most important thing you like about it?
The radio.
No. When I get in the Possum Lodge van, and I stomp my foot down that gas, I feel all that.
Fumes?
Fumes. No. Hey, old Mr. Sedgwick down the road had a piano wanted Ace and I to come down and move it. Well, we wasn't quite big enough, so we needed more guys because we wanted more
Bad days.
Not only do I have a back, I got a headache now.
Your time's almost up.
All right. Hey, you know what? I can't think of anything else. I give up.
Give up now. Just use the power of positive thinking.
Yes, power.
And we're back. This is KLCG in Kansas City, home of the biggest hits. Home of the biggest hits of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. My producer Tom has a great lineup for us this hour.
That's right, Mike. The Who is on first, Aha on second, No Doubt is on third. U2 is after that, followed by Yes.
Okay, tell me again, who's on first?
Right.
No, I'm asking, which band do you have queued to play up first?
The Who.
Aha.
No, they're on second.
Who's on second?
No, The Who's on first.
No Doubt.
Right, they're on third.
Who is?
I'm confused.
U2?
Well, I'm on fourth. Did you want me to change that?
At this point, yes.
Yes is on fifth. Do you want me to switch them too?
I don't know which band you're even talking about, Tom.
Well, no doubt.
Wait, I thought they were on third.
Yes.
You had yes on third?
No, no doubt.
Tom, is this some sort of cheap trick?
I had them on sixth.
Let's just go to the last band.
You got it, Mike. That's the last band.
Whatever you say, Tom. The last band is, well, the last band playing Home.
Hold on, see as we go, as we roll down some familiar road. Although the thread is stringing us along, just know you're not alone. I'm gonna make this place yours. Settle down, we'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. Trouble, it might drag you down. When you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. I'm gonna make this place yours. Settle down, we'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to those demons, they fill you with fear. The trouble might drag you down. When you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. I'm gonna make this place yours.
Let me hear ya!
To our stage crew, Steve Stifler and company. Also behind the scenes, our lighting and sound crew. And let's give a round of applause to all of our acts this evening. Weren't they great? And finally, the originators of this idea to do the fun show and the radio format, the organizers of tonight's show, David and Sarah Manning. Let's give them a big hand.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. This is Tom DeSimone
And Michael Kc.
signing off.